All right, so I think I am live. So this is my first time using OneStream, and let me just take a look. Uh, Now I see on YouTube that it says it's scheduled. Um, I'm just gonna go in on my Facebook page and see if I'm streaming there. Um, And I am, yes, I am streaming. So basically, I'm streaming live that people can see me on my Facebook page. Now, I'm just wondering, this is odd. Anyway, all right, I see myself on YouTube. So one of the things that I realize that if I'm using, so right now I'm multi-streaming with a platform called OneStream dot live. And the reason I'm using that is because I am utilizing Zoom as my platform rather than using Talk Studio. I thought today I'll do something a little bit different, and I wanted to try out OneStream. Previously, they've updated the platform so that you don't actually have to. See here, they don't actually have to. Previously, I think you had to click live and then you had to stream it. But this time, all I did was as soon as I clicked live stream using what is that? RTMP, I think is. I don't even know the exact words. It is RTMP. So set those keys, and now I'm live streaming. YouTube, LinkedIn, and my two Facebook group. I thought I added a third one, but I'm not sure. All right. So it is 10:59, and so what I probably want to do is when I go stream utilizing this platform, I probably would probably put in like a countdown. When I was using Talk Studio, the other player that I multi-stream with, it actually has a built-in like countdown timer, but this one, because I'm zooming live with Facebook, uh, probably what I would do is I would go into Zoom and then I would go live closer to 11 o'clock, which is the time that I scheduled to go live. But nevertheless, I'm live here. Um, this was a last minute decision on my part, so whether people show up or not, doesn't matter. I'm going to go and talk about various Q&A, but more particularly today, I wanted to talk about email. And the reason why I want to talk about emails today is because I did a lot of email stuff with customers and clients this past week, week and a half, maybe last week as well. And one of the things I wanted to talk about was a, uh, a, a referral partner of ours that we work with. She emailed me and asking for some email stats on a weekly email that we send out for one of our clients. And let me share those stats with you. And let's see if I'm sharing the right screen. So as you can see here, see if I could hide this. Never mind. Never mind. All right. So these are the stats. There are 595 emails going out on a weekly basis. She does videos and she gets these videos professionally done, edited, and they send it to us so that we can send out the email campaigns to these contacts. Now, percentage wise, very consistent in the upper 20%. Um, but there's one that actually had 41%. So whenever you do anything, whether you, posting YouTube videos or whether you're sending out emails on a consistent basis, you always want to look at the analytics, right? Sometimes you don't know what you're looking for, but you're looking for an anomalies, or you're looking for, hey, why did more people open this email and click through this? And so I took a look at that, and let me just stop share so that I want to make sure I'm not sharing any uh, privacy or data that's private. Okay, we should be good. All right, so I took a look at the campaign. Okay, and that was for February. Let me just take a look in the other screen. It was for February 26th. So if you look at February 26th, I'm gonna go look at the stats. Okay, you're looking at Pro 360. This is the platform that we utilize. And if you look at, I'm not going to load statistics because it shows emails and data that I don't want to show. I shouldn't show. Okay. So before and after of 330 North Abbott Street. So what this tells me that, just like, why do people watch HGTV, or why do people watch like before and after of properties being uh, how it was before and after how it was before. And so that is the reason why there was a high percentage of open rate, number one, and then the click-through rate. So if you look at uh, this email, it basically has a link to her YouTube video. And so I went to her YouTube channel and look at the stats as well. I didn't look at the stats of how long people stayed and watched the video, but I did notice the number of views, uh, that it was double the amount, the average number of views. And so um, what does that mean? So that means that um, you know, if I was, we are not actually consulting with this client. I mean, we do give suggestions and advice. So do more of those type of videos, number one, and not all the time, but just, do more of those type of videos where people, at the end of the day, you have to look at what the your clients or your customers that are in your email database, why did they subscribe to your email list, right? And so you have to give them what they want, right? Very very easy to say, but I think it's hard to execute. Okay. And the other thing, sorry about that. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is consistency. Like, when it comes to lead generation, I think that, that's the number one question that I get asked all the time whenever I start a new Facebook group, or whether a meetup. I used to run meetups, and that was the number one question, like getting more leads and closing more deals, getting more clients, getting more customers. All marketing works, right? And that's something that I realize. Um, and it really, but the number one thing that I would say that is important when it comes to lead generation is actually implementing it and actually being consistent. Being consistent and showing up. Like, I showed up today. Um, whether I do Facebook Lives or whether I do Zoom, I showed up. And that's one of the things that I struggle with myself is, when I used to try to do these weekly YouTube lives, or whether I try to post videos. And that's the main reason why I do these YouTube lives, because at the end of the day, it's really hard to make YouTube videos on a consistent basis, on a weekly basis. And so the only way to get myself to do something is to do live. And so that's the reason why I committed to doing lives every week. So doing something consistent, right? Um, so this is a customer of ours on our platform, and this is something that I probably are going to follow up with, because when she initially signed up with our Pro 360 platform, right? Very gung-ho. And after she's started generating leads, after she started generating results, this is what typically happens with most people. If you're a solopreneur, right? Even if you have people that you have staff members, it is very difficult. And this is just from myself, my own struggle as well, is to stay consistent with things, right? And so let me share my screen and I'll show you. I didn't get her permission, but it should be okay. So um, so she used to send out these weekly emails, and I used to get them, right? And then at a certain point in time, she stopped, right? What happened, at that time, right? She was consistent here, starting from September, um, leading up to December, right? And as much, I had this misconception as well, as that, oh man, do I send emails out every week to my email list? Should I do it? Should I not? I got over that fear, that hump, that, oh man, if I send emails out every week, people are going to unsubscribe, people are going to lose interest, or you're afraid. The only way, I think that if you put effort into whatever you're going to email them, or people will stay, right? It's people will unsubscribe if you're just not providing value at the end of the day, right? But um, my point here is about consistency, right? Whether it's you send out an email once a month, every other week, every week, as long as you provide some sort of value, and those that will unsubscribe because they are not your ideal community or tribe or avatar, whatever you call it, right? Uh, they're not who you want to serve. The people that will stay on your email, or that will subscribe to your YouTube channel, or whatever for that matter, they are the ones that you want to serve, right? As, and um and this is something I recently, not learned, but just like really, it was like, phew, like, it hit me like a light bulb, right? Don't try to control the output. No, I mean, don't try to control. You can't control what happens on the other end. So, for example, like, don't. So, let's say if you're pushing out YouTube videos, right? And you get you know, whenever you see your numbers, they're not rising, or they're not going up, or people unsubscribe. That's an that's a result. That's an output. The only thing that you can control, the things that you can control, which is what? Pushing out content, pushing out email. That's the thing that you can control, right? And the thing you can control, work on the things that you can control, and not and don't worry about the result, right? And that's, even though I say it, like, I struggle with that myself, right? Because you're always looking at the numbers and saying, oh, why isn't my number of subscribers, or why is my email list or not growing, and so forth and so forth, right? But focus on what you can control. Okay. um Let me see what else I wanted to talk about today. Let me just take a look at my, all right. There was no other thing that I wanted to mention. So in my Facebook group, this is what I did with my last office hours. Now, you're probably wondering why I did an office hour like couple of weeks ago, and then I'm doing it again. So I'm kind of switching up the schedule, trying to adjust the schedule so that way everything kind of flows nicely. And that was the reason I made the last minute decision do an office hour. I don't know if I should keep it office hour or make it something different, but ultimately my goal here is to do these Zoom sessions and hopefully that, people will join in and ask questions. Now I'm wondering if there's a way that I can see, hold on a second, let me just log in to my OneStream platform and see if I could see any chat. I'm not sure if it's a new platform that I'm trying out, and yeah, let me show it to you. See if I can actually show it to you or not. So let me go to Zoom here and share my screen. Let's see. I'm gonna show myself here. So this is OneStream, and so I scheduled it here, and basically I connected Zoom. OneStream gave me what do you call it? These RTMP key and the streaming URL. I put that into the Zoom, and now I'm streaming, and this enables me to look in my chat. So I'm doing this, like I said, so that ultimately my goal is number one, I know people have questions, and this is an opportunity for people to come on and ask their questions, right? Sometimes it's you don't know what to ask because you don't know, right? So in any case, and then this is also the ability for me to check out the chat, whether it works or not. I'm going solo today because my assistant Janice is not feeling well, and so I'm doing this all by myself today. Let me check out some questions before I end this session. Like I said, I'm going through some of the questions that are in my Facebook group, and the number one question is where to begin. Just getting started. Need clients. Getting clients. What is it? What do you call sales? Just getting started. This is the GoHighLevel community that I actually implemented. And one of the things that I'm going to do with this GoHighLevel community, just maybe I'll bring it up today as well. So one thing that I noticed about Facebook groups recently, and I don't know if it's recently, but it's more particularly with this particular Facebook group with GoHighLevel, and I'll show you right now. So right now I have 360 members right now, and um, I have this dilemma right now as to whether it's actually for those that, well, you may or may not know about Facebook group, but you can actually have the Facebook group as a like a public group, meaning that basically everybody sees anybody. No, I mean anybody in Facebook could like look into the Facebook group and see everything. The only thing you can't do is you can't post, and you have to get basically you have to get approved. There's a setting in there, and so right now I made it that way, but more and more I'm thinking of making it into a private closed group, and you have to get approved, is because of this. Let me share. May not be able to show everything because there are email addresses that, let me see, before I share this, I want to make sure there's no email addresses or anything like that. Yeah, there's an email address. So this screen is okay. So I'm going to be probably changing this group to something, I'm going to name it a little bit different because this Facebook group, I actually want to be a group where I kind of document my journey in building up my SaaS business. And basically maybe every month or every month or two, kind of documenting some of the things that I'm doing and some of the things, and basically give you a snapshot of what the road is like to getting 100 SaaS customers, right? It's not, I mean, just like building a business from scratch and then building, the struggles of building a business and scaling it at the very beginning of a business and then building it to a certain level and then building it to the next level. Those are all different. There are different struggles along the way. Okay. So anyway, going back to the reason, I have 16 members that are right now asking to be able to post, right? And most people probably don't understand what they're, as soon as you join, you're automatically in. The only thing that this does is I ask membership questions, and if they don't agree to certain terms, or it says right here, do you agree to the group rules? And if they leave no response, then I decline it, right? But one of the things I noticed is that there are a lot of Facebook members that are from Nigeria that are entering this community. Okay, I would say probably more than 50%. So that has me a little bit concerned. Number one is because of spammers and hackers. I'm not saying, they're all are. Some of them may be legitimate, contractors or workers that know about GoHighLevel and they want to find work. I get that, but there's also the concern of potentially members that are coming into these groups and potentially utilizing the group in a way that is may damage my community or the people that are part of this community. And so I'm going to probably make it into a closed group and make it more stringent. And the reason I did that is because I recently joined a Facebook group. It's actually I drive a Sienna, and so a Toyota Sienna, and I joined the Facebook group because I'm looking into getting a newer Sienna. It's the fourth generation, and there was this group that had like 10,000 members, and when I joined that Facebook group, it asked me some simple like weird questions. It asked me what is 7 minus 4. And I was like, why are they asking? Why is that moderator asking, what is 7 minus 4? And then the next question it asks is, it says, I'm trying to remember. It says there are frequently asked questions and some other things at the very top of the group. And then it asks, where is those questions, or where are the frequently asked questions? And it's asking, where is it? So somebody has to literally think about and read that and respond. So what I believe is happening is there are probably software or bots that can actually go into and find these various groups and automatically join these groups. And that's what I think is happening with a lot of these people. They're actually just coming in and, just without basically not answering those questions, joining these groups and then submitting a post, basically, because a lot of these posts are, they're promoting themselves, right? So what's my, what is the solution is to close this group and then basically put into, a process where I look at each profile. I know probably this is going to be a little bit more time consuming, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to implement it or not, as to whether I look at each profile and then make a decision. And this is something I have to probably delegate it to one of my staff member to review the profile and see if it's a legitimate person and whether to decide to let them in or not, right? And I have the sole discretion. I'm gonna, put that out and to make sure, put that flat out in the group, I guess, the description that we have the sole discretion of whether for you to come in, because I really want this community, what's the reason for these communities? We want communities to be able to help, each other, to really feel like it's a safe space. And so for that reason, I am going to make some changes. I just haven't had the time to do that. As you can see, I had like 16 members that are pending review, and I haven't done that is because I wanted to make the change before I approve them. Okay. All right. So on that note, we're on 22. I'm going to just check to see if there are any questions. I'm not sure if, let's see here. Not even sure if I can see. What I'm going to do when I have my assistant next time on these lives, I'm going to have her write a question and see if it shows up on that thing. All right. Anyway, so that is it for today. I hope, this office hour I hope that you will come. I'm going to have these office hours once a month. And then I'm going to have, of course, the weekly live will continue, but once a month, I'm going to have that one session is, instead of being YouTube live, just being live on Talk Studio. I'm gonna implement where people can actually come into a Zoom session and ask those questions live, because I just feel like it's more intimate when they're actually live. And of course, whether they put their video camera on or not, it's up to them. They don't have to. So that way I could try to help them. And I think it's more interactive that way. All right. Anyway, thanks. If you are watching this afterwards, let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions, write your questions in the description. If you're watching it on YouTube, put your comments. If you're watching it on my Facebook group, put those questions in there as well. And if you're watching me on LinkedIn, put those questions in the comment section as well. Okay, I do check them every once in a while. So if I don't get a response, you could always DM me or send a message to me through my profile. All right. Until